I think we'll go ahead and get started. Isn't this just a fantastic new location for us? My name is Susan Henderson. I'm the Chief Communications Officer for Rite-Aid Corporation, and I cannot tell you how excited so many of us in this room are to bring this brand new location to Strawberry Square, and it is a fun day indeed. So in the next few minutes, you're going to learn a little bit more about Rite-Aid's business development here in Central PA and the features of this beautiful new store with my friend Brian Everett here to my right, and how we believe it will help you and those throughout the Harrisburg community live indeed happier and healthier lives. We have a very brief program, but before we begin, I'd like to acknowledge a few special guests with us. We have the Mayor of Harrisburg with us today, Eric Pappenfuse. Mr. Mayor. Tyra Wallace, who's here on behalf of Congressman Scott Perry. Want to put your hand up wherever you are. Hi, thank you. Chuck Erdman on behalf of Senator John DeSanto. And Brad Jones, who is the president and CEO of Harristown Development Corporation. We'll be hearing from Brad just shortly. Hi, Brad. And we have a couple of very special people from the community, one of whom we've worked with for many, many years, and that's Kurt Hallett, the founder and director of the Joshua Group. Kurt, thank you for being with us today. And with him is Purcell Island, who's the business and office manager of the Joshua Group. Purcell, thank you so much. And we have many of our foundation partners, the Rite-Aid Foundation partners, including representatives here today from the Children's Miracle Network Hospital at Penn State's Children's Hospital, the United Way of Capital Region, the Harrisburg Police Athletic League, and the Nativity School of Harrisburg. Thank you all for coming out and showing your support to us today. And a few special folks traveled over from our Rite-Aid corporate headquarters. We have our Rite-Aid Senior Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, Darren Karst. Darren, thank you for being here today. And you'll hear from him in just a minute, our EVP of Store Operations, Brian Everett. Brian. Our Rite-Aid Executive Vice President of Pharmacy, Jocelyn Conrad. Jossie, where are you? You always stand out in the crowd. Our Executive Vice President of Marketing, David Abelman. David. Our Senior Vice President of Regulatory Affairs, Dan Miller. And our Senior Vice President of Pharmacy Operations, Tammy Royer. And we have a lot of our wonderful fellow Rite-Aid associates. Brian's going to shout them out in here a few minutes from the greater Harrisburg area, and also several of our associates from our corporate office just on the other side of the river. So now I'd like to introduce Rite-Aid's EVP of Store Operations to say a few words. Brian?
Well, good morning. What do you guys think? What do you think? Well, Susan, thank you, and good morning again, everyone, and thank you for being here to help us celebrate our newest store opening here in the market. Rite-Aid has long been committed to the wellness of our communities. Every day, our teams of caring associates across the country provide services, products, and resources to help our customers and their families live healthy lives, and that's especially true here in central Pennsylvania. Our new Strawberry Square location showcases the latest wellness store features and demonstrates this continued commitment to being a health and wellness destination for our community and our customers. Over the past several months, may feel like years to some of them, our teams have worked hard to create this beautiful store. Our new store contains the latest features of the Genuine Wellbeing Wellness Store format. First, the store features 2 entrances and 2 exits, making it easier to access from Market Street or within Strawberry Square. Once inside, you'll notice clear signage and overhead illuminated rings, both of which help our customers navigate the store more easily. And based on customer feedback, we've positioned merchandise where you need it such as gluten-free products, organic foods, seasonal items, our very popular grab-and-go cases, and specifically marked sections for his grooming or her beauty. Consistent with our wellness store format, we've used a soft and inviting color palette throughout the store so you feel welcome the moment you enter in. And just around the corner, over here to my right, is the star of our store. I know it's not the Hershey part. The pharmacy is just over to the right. And our pharmacists are specially trained to work with our patients on diabetes care, medication management, and they are certified to immunize against about a dozen diseases, including flu, pneumonia, shingles, and whooping cough. Next to the pharmacy, customers will find a private consultation room where our pharmacists can have conversations with patients, administer immunizations, and offer other clinical pharmacy services. And of course, one of the sweetest parts of the new store, our one-of-a-kind Hershey Sweet Shop. This is something you can find only in this Rite-Aid. It's filled with a variety of Hershey's candy and specialty merchandise. And whether you're looking for something to remember your trip to the capital city or a souvenir for someone at home, there's sure to be something here that catches your eye. Special thanks to our friends at Hershey for partnering with us on this exciting merchandising concept, and very nice job to our merchant team. Now, as you can imagine, this relocation didn't just happen. There's a lot of planning and a lot of preparation that goes into relocating a store, even if you're only going across the street. Let's not forget, we operated the existing store across the street the entire time until we were ready to open our doors here. I'd like to recognize our real estate team, our construction team, our merchandising partners for all of their efforts on this project. It's also my honor to recognize the real heroes of the Rite-Aid team, those who've worked countless hours over the past several months to get us to where we are today. Through all the construction, the moving, the merchandising, and everything in between, this team has been there every step of the way. It wasn't always easy, but they rose to the occasion, and in my opinion, they knocked it out of the park. Please help me recognize the following leaders for their efforts and role in this project. First, our store manager. Where's Joe Canilli at? Joe, great job. Cheryl Shovlin is our pharmacy manager. Cheryl may be back in the pharmacy. Let's give Cheryl a big round of applause. Our district manager, Brian Van Kampen. Thank you, Brian. Our pharmacy district manager, Sonia Johnson. Thank you, Sonia. Dan Chamberlain is our regional vice president. Dan, thank you very much. Good job. And John Boyle is our Rite-Aid regional pharmacy vice president. John, where are you at? Thank you. Good job. How about another big round of applause for all these Rite-Aid associates and the other associates across the district and throughout the region, and those from the corporate office who helped make our vision for this store reality. Thank you all very much. Thanks to all the efforts of these true heroes, our relocated Market Street store offers a design and shopping experience as unique as Strawberry Square itself, and perfectly illustrates our more than 40-year commitment to the city of Harrisburg and the people who live and work in our community. I know I speak for the entire Rite-Aid leadership team when I say that I am extremely proud and excited about what our new Harrisburg store has accomplished, and we're happy to share it with all of you today. And we look forward to bringing our unique brand of health and wellness services to this area in the days, weeks, months, and years to come. Together, this store and our team of associates will empower our customers of Central Pennsylvania to take greater control of their health. Thank you all very much. Now I'll have Susan return to introduce other special guests who are in attendance. Susan?
It's really my great honor to invite a good friend of Rite-Aid's here to the podium to offer a few remarks. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Brian. I first want to say thank you to Rite-Aid for finally finding your home and creating a store here in Harrisburg, which is just absolutely beautiful and rivals any store anywhere in the country. I know Rite-Aid has a long and storied history with Harrisburg in Central Pennsylvania, but now we have a sort of flagship store to match that incredible history. I also know this search took many years to find the right space, and I think you've chosen incredibly wisely right here at Strawberry Square. I particularly like the fact that you do have the multiple entrances. People can reach it via Market Street, or they can come into Strawberry Square and see all the amazing things that are happening right here. Brad, you and your team are to be commended for all the excitement that's happening at Strawberry Square, and indeed, as you know, Rite-Aid is not the only thing which has been opening or will be opening in the months to come. Strawberry Square is bustling, the downtown is bustling. Who needs a Hershey store or to go to Hershey when you can come right here to the sweetness stand and get all your gifts? I do think it'll appeal to people that are coming to visit Harrisburg, don't have time to make it to Hershey, and want to take a little bit of sweetness home with them. I love the new layout. It's much more spacious. I understand it's about double the square feet of what you had across the street. And with double the square feet, I understand will also come many, many more jobs for the city of Harrisburg. And that is part of an increasing trend. I'm pleased to say that over the past several years, we are increasing the number of people that are working in the downtown. We see this in the revenues that are coming into the city. And we have finally begun to reverse what has been 70 years of population decline for the city. More people are starting to move in, and they need the amenities that Rite-Aid has to offer. You want to be able to walk to your pharmacy. You want to be able to come here and get foods. Did you know you could get organic food at Rite-Aid? Well, you can, and it's all around us. In addition to the pharmacy options, I understand you have expanded beauty options, including a nail bar here, and also expanded vitamin and nutrition options, which I think are really important. I just want to say I will be shopping here, and I was pleased to get in my mailer or in my Sunday paper, the grand opening. There's some incredible deals, and there will be specials going on all the way through this week and all the way through the 24th. So come on down and check those out. But we celebrate the incredible energy which you bring, the continued renaissance of Strawberry Square and the downtown, the continued growth of the city today, and we pay homage to the historic roots of this amazing company which started right here in Harrisburg in central Pennsylvania. So thank you for all that you're doing. It's an honor to be here to help open your store today.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Thank you. And Mr. Mayor also did mention a very important person and played a key role in helping us be in this location today. I'd like to introduce Brad Jones, the President and CEO of Harristown Development Corporation, which is a private nonprofit organization dedicated to the revival of Harrisburg's downtown. Brad and his team have helped bring this project to life, and we are honored to have him be with us today. Brad?
Well, thank you very much. And you know, famous rock star Mick Jagger once said, you can't always get what you want, but you know what? If you look around this Rite-Aid store, he was not talking about this store, because you can get what you want and you can get what you need. So I want to thank the Rite-Aid team in particular. It has been just a real pleasure to work with your team to put this deal together. I'd be kidding you if I said it was it happened overnight. We've been working on this for about 10 years, but we're just absolutely thrilled that we've been able to reach such a fantastic conclusion. And it's been a first-class effort on your team's part all the way through the whole deal. You know, I want to particularly single out Paul Newland and David Kelly on the leasing side, who've been a pleasure to work with. And then more recently on the construction side, Joe Lombardi, who's really taken a lot of care every step of the way with, this is an old historic building, and boy, you guys really, you fell in love with it. And that was so exciting for us, because we love these old buildings, and you made this really work for you and for us. And we can't thank your team enough. And now it's great to see the operations folks and Brian and Joe, you guys in here with just, swamped by customers every day. I sit up in the food court and watch to see if the double doors ever actually close. They don't really ever close. They just are open the whole time. That's good. I also want to just point out, our team's put a lot of time and effort into this. Neil West, our senior VP and general counsel, kind of worked his heart out on this whole deal. We had 2 or 3 tenants that we had to move out of the way for this. It was not an easy deal. Tracy Tressler, Denise Treaster, Elise Penko, our whole team really put a lot of time and effort into this, and we couldn't be prouder with the result. And as the mayor pointed out, and There's a lot going on here in the downtown, and we built 22 apartments over top of this store, and if you're living here in downtown and you live on top of this now, boy, your life just got a whole lot better. So it's really exciting, and we're buoyed by enthusiasm with it. We continue to put together more deals. We just announced another restaurant deal down here on the corner with Fast Casual Asian. We just opened a restaurant over here, Fressa Bistro, across the hall here that's doing very well. We're working on another tenant right across the hall here that we'll hopefully be able to talk about soon. We've got a lot of excitement here in the city. I can't thank the mayor enough for him and his team. We're so excited that he's going to be with us for another 4 years to continue to bring more prosperity to this city. This city is open for business, and we are excited about the future. It's very exciting here. We couldn't be more happy to have a partner like Rite-Aid. So thank you all.
Thank you so much. Thank you again, Brad, for your kind words and, more importantly, your partnership. I'd like to invite Brian Everett and the mayor back up here for a few moments to help us present a very special gift to a very, very deserving group. I'd also like to ask Kurt Hallett, founder and director of the Joshua Group, to join us. Just very quickly, for those of you who are not familiar with the Joshua Group, they are one of the Rite-Aid Foundation's KidSense charities and have long been ingrained in the fabric of the Harrisburg community, nearly 20 years. The Joshua Group offers programming that addresses the academic and social needs of economically disadvantaged city youth of all ages living in the Allison Hill neighborhood of Harrisburg. The Rite-Aid Foundation has proudly worked with this wonderful organization for more than 10 years, and we look forward to continuing that relationship. Kurt, in honor of our grand reopening, we couldn't think of a better partner to recognize, and we're pleased today to present the Joshua Group with a $10,000 KidSense grant. We applaud your efforts in improving the lives of those you serve through your various programs. Would you like to say a few words?
To be honest with you, I think I'm speechless. And if anybody knows me, they know that's an accomplishment. I have to really say thank you to Rite-Aid, obviously, for this gift. Rite-Aid, actually, the foundation found us, I say providentially, that 10 years ago, back in 2006, and has been a partner of ours, and very, very important partner of ours, and has supported us. Specifically, students, as were mentioned in our program, one being Purcell Island. I wanted to he reluctantly followed me up here, but I want to introduce him. Young man who fits the demographic, unfortunately, the demographics that too often are considered failure demographics. We found through education, providing quality education, and the way we do with our program, working with the schools in the city the best we can, that that's not the case. Education is the anti-poverty program that works. If I told you the backstory of Purcell, you would say, wow, what's he doing here? Not because he's a bad guy, but he did not have much going for him in terms of his resources, parents, family, housing, all of that. But he fought his way into Westchester University, literally, academically fought his way in there. We helped him with the stuff that college kids need, and you know what that is: sheets, towels, and an occasional Rite-Aid gift card. He is standing here today. But what really I want to tell you is Rite-Aid started it, and they figured this out over in their model store that's on Railroad Avenue over that way, actually St. John's Church Road, sort of, where they have Christmas in July in terms of all these displays, and they're busy. And they hired, for a number of years, several Joshua students. I don't know how many long that program went on, almost 10 years, Joshua students. And Purcell worked there 5 summers, which allowed him to be able to go back to school and afford to do all the things. We didn't give him any financial help. He did it all on his own. So I got to give a big shout out to Rite-Aid and all the folks at the model store who were so helpful. So we are truly blessed with this gift. It was a big surprise, a surprise we needed. I'm not going to lie to you. It's rough out there right now raising money. But also I wanted to bring back a gift to you all, too, to Rite-Aid, to say, hey, thank you very much. I don't know if he'd be standing here if it wasn't for Rite Aid. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I just want to do a formal recognition. We really have a real check to give him as well, but we wanted to commemorate this day. So if we could get Mr. Mayor and Brian. Thank you again. Those are really wonderful words. And it does remind us all one of the higher purposes of what we do in the community. And we thank you, Kurt, and the Joshua Group for making a real difference in the lives of Harrisburg youth.